Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Brickmaster Nate, and today I have an unboxing video of the LEGO Boba Fett Starship. So this ship used to be called the Slave 1, but because of the controversial name, they renamed it Boba Fett Starship. The set retails for $50 and has 593 pieces. The front of the box shows off the starfighter and the two figures. And the back of the box shows off the rest of the features. Let's get right into it. So inside there were 4 numbered bags, the instructions, and this sticker sheet. Let's get right to the speed build. So first, let's take a look at the figures. The first one is the Mandalorian in Beskar armor. This is the same Mandalorian figure that we've had in several sets before. He has the really shiny helmet and also comes with this silver spear. But he still has no head underneath, and it's just a plain black one. The second figure in the set is Boba Fett with his new armor. So far, this is the only set that this figure comes in. The torso printing and the legs look really cool, and there's also a good blend in between the waist and the torso using this belt print. He has arm printing as well, which looks really cool, and he has it on both sides. He has a face print underneath, and there's also some more printing on the back with some more scars, which I think looks really cool. And his helmet is also a new print, but there's only some really slight changes, but I still think it looks cool. But one problem with the figure is that the helmet is supposed to be the same color as the torso print, so they should have made the helmet in dark green instead of sand green, but it still looks really cool and the figure matches really well. Now let's take a look at the maintenance cart. On the back, there's a lot of free space under the ladder, so you can store some things here if you want. The rest of the build is really clean. There's a lot of slopes and tiles, especially towards the edges, which just finishes off the entire look. On the bottom, there's these round tiles, so when it's on the ground, it can slide freely without scratching the surface. On the front, there are 2 control panels, as well as 4 studs on the inside, so you can put a figure inside. Now let's take a look at the main build. There are a lot of really nice angles and curved pieces towards the bottom. There are also some stickers. They look pretty good for the most part, but on the front, this one looks a little bit awkward just because of the limitation of Lego stickers. There's a gap right here, and it doesn't go all the way up to the top. The other stickers just have some weathering and some really slight details, but I still think it looks cool. There's also another feature right here. If you lift this piece up, there's a hidden piece right here. This is a new sticker with a Gamorrean guard captured in carbonite, and this is the same format of carbonite pieces they used in the Razor Crest. It fits in there well, and one thing that I like about this set over the old Slave one is that this piece stays back when you lift it up, and it doesn't swing open like this. On top, there are some more panels in sand green and gray, which I think works really well. And there's also some turrets right here, which use really basic pieces, but I think they work really well, and you can rotate them up and down like this. There's also some more stud shooters right here, and they stick out a lot, and they make the build look a little bit ugly, but if you want, you can just take off the studs and it looks more natural. There are some more stickers right here on the top, which are supposed to be continuations of this dark green brick, and I think they look really good. Without them, it used to look really plain, but it adds a lot more detail to the top, which I felt was really necessary. This cockpit piece is really simple, but I think it works well with the rest of the build. On the inside, you can see there's a lot of space, and there's even a printed control panel. And you can take a figure and sit in like this. Or if you want to have the build standing upright like this, you put them on these two studs right here. The good part about this is that any way you put him, there'll still be enough space so he doesn't get hit by this piece while he's sitting. And it still looks cool, and you can see him through this piece as well. When you lift up the build, the wings on the sides move with it, which was a feature on the old Slave one, which I think looks really good. There's some hinges right here so you can change the angle a bit if you want, but I like to keep it like this because this is how the instructions has it. On the back, there's some more hinges and random pieces for more detail, which I think works really well. And there's some orange studs and tiles to finish off the look. They also included this handle, like they did on the old Slave one. And it's a lot smaller, and it feels more useless because you can just grip the build normally. But it was a cool feature still, and even though it's small, it still works. One of my favorite parts about this is that you can use this cart as a stand by lifting up the ladder and resting it right here on this tile and letting this part slide forward like that. And it stays on there pretty well. If you knock it, it will probably fall over because there's not much support here. But it still works relatively well, and the angle is really nice. Right above the wings, there's this curved piece as well as some more slopes. And this is one of my favorite parts of the build because I really like the way they implemented these pieces. And it still looks pretty clean, and I like the technique they used to put it into the rest of the build. This entire section right here is angled upwards from this point, and there are a lot of complex Technic pieces on the inside to accomplish this, and I think it works really well. The angle is really nice, and it's really accurate to the real ship. One thing I wish they added was storage space for his blaster, because you can't store it anywhere, and I feel like right here or anywhere on the back of the build would be a good place to store it. And you can't even keep it here because there's not enough space while he's sitting in there. But you can still keep it on the maintenance cart or just with Mando. Overall, I think this is a really fun set with good figures, and even if you have any previous versions of the Slave One, I recommend getting it because of the new Boba Fett figure. That's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Also, leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching. Bye.